Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Cancer for the month of December 2021. I hope all my Cancer friends are doing great. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that do not resonate with you. Remember that there are three different signs: the rising sign, the moon sign, and the sun sign. And sometimes checking out different readings for your other signs can actually help you find a reading that resonates. The rising sign is all about the external self, the mask that you wear that is visible to other people. The sun sign is all about your core identity, your essence, your personality. And of course, the moon sign is how you feel on the inside, your internal self, your needs, your moods, and everything else. This is a general reading for your sun sign, Cancer. If you need to check out other signs, please do. The readings for other signs, please do. I've already meditated on these cards. I've already shuffled these cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Cancer, for the month of December. In the past position, we have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. In the challenging position, we have the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. In the present position, we have the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Fool. And in the future outcome position, we have the Five of Swords, clarified by the Page of Cups. Very interesting spread, dear Cancer. Let's get right into it. In the past position, we do have the Knight of Swords. Generally, when the Knight of Swords makes an appearance, it's all about change. So in the past, you felt a strong need to change something in your life. It could be that someone criticized something in your life, and as a result, you kind of felt that tension building. So that brought about the need to change something so that you are much happier. It does look like you were attempting to do change for a more confident stability, for a more security in your life, because we do see this person here, the Nine of Pentacles, who is kind of, taking a break from life, who is kind of enjoying all the fruits of their labor. They're, standing in this lavish, vineyard surrounded by all these grapes that are growing, symbolizing abundance and success. Definitely in the past, you've made a lot of effort to get to a place where you really truly felt like you were enjoying yourself, like you were being self-reliant, like you had, everything that you needed to have in your life. But the Knight of Swords is all about action. He moves fast, forward really fast, because he knows that, you have to be competitive in order to kind of gain the most. You have to be somewhat aggressive. And so the Knight of Swords is also known to be, to a certain degree impulsive as well. But it looks like you were trying to accomplish wonderful things for yourself. And, as a result, you planted quite a lot of seeds that are going to be growing, especially when your next birthday season comes about. I think you will be very surprised by how many wonderful things you've been able to accomplish over the last 12 months, dear Cancer. But in the challenging position, you do have the Five of Pentacles, and of course the Five of Pentacles is, considered to be a somewhat difficult card. It's a card of feeling like there's not a lot of support that is around you. It's a card of feeling like you maybe are out in the cold. But when you have it in the challenging position, definitely suggests that you may be, not really wanting to put enough effort, like you are, kind of moving towards giving up on something. When it comes to teamwork, it looks like, because you do have the Three of Pentacles in the clarifying position, it does look like you may feel like you're not being really supported by people that are around you. At the same time, the Five of Pentacles may be coming from some unaddressed emotions that you may be feeling, like self-pity or kind of self-sabotage sometimes. The Five of Pentacles brings that to the surface. So it's important to remember to do shadow work, especially in the month of December, dear Cancer. You want to make sure to address things that are difficult to address difficult emotions, resentment, anger, guilt sometimes, anything that kind of may be creating a low vibrational sense for yourself. Sometimes the Five of Pentacles also brings chaos, and so you may find yourself in the month of December feeling, like your emotions are a little bit all over the place in a chaotic sort of way. And it is important to remember that there should be one primary emotion at the top that controls all the other emotions. In order for that to happen, you have to address things that may not feel very comfortable, because when you address those things, when you realize that you are strong enough, you are enough, you're not too old, you're not too young, you're not, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Sometimes we tend to lose ourselves in our emotions and confuse ourselves even further, especially with the Five of Pentacle card. It's a card that kind of is a reminder that we can sometimes be afraid of change, but change is one constant thing. And so, when you feel strongly and empowered in your own emotions, then you're not so afraid of change. Then change is something that is actually quite welcoming. But in order for that to occur, you have to be, very organized when it comes to emotions. As you maybe have heard me previously talk in other videos, I am quite a fan of Dolores Cannon, and so one of the things that she says is we are all on planet Earth to kind of learn two things in our life: our emotions and our limitations. So it is important to address emotions. It is important to understand where they come and how they affect us, and how they affect our lives, and how they affect our manifestations ability as well. And the limitations that we have, the limitations that our bodies have as well. Sometimes we feel like, well, we can take on the world, but at the same time, it's always important to be realistic about how much can one person actually do themselves. Now, the Three of Pentacles in the clarifying position definitely suggests to me that there is some kind of group conflict is going on. And it's interesting because it's also showing up here. The Five of Swords is also a card of conflict. It's a card of people not seeing eye to eye. We do see two people kind of turning away from this person. So there seems to be an underlying disagreement, and there are many ways to maybe go about it. Sometimes it's important to address things head on. Other times it's important to just allow things to play out. Each different approaches have their own pros and cons, but it does look like you are not feeling like this group is working out, dear Cancer. There's something, perhaps you need to change people who are around you. Perhaps you need to try a different approach, if you will. But there does seem to be a correlation here in the month of December, where you're feeling like the way you're going and the way some of the other people are going is, very different directions. The good thing is that you will be working towards wonderful things, planting seeds and tending to those seeds. The Seven of Pentacles is a card that is going to bring stability and security. You have already done quite a lot of work, dear Cancer, so that's important to remember. You have put in a lot of time and energy into something that is truly important to you, and it does look like it's going to present a wonderful harvest for you, like I mentioned previously, around your birthday season. So there's a lot to look forward to, dear Cancer. You do seem to be having a new beginning, a new cycle that is starting for you there's a feeling, an atmosphere of like, having faith in the future, of, not really knowing what to expect, but still having that optimistic and positive outlook. And that's, of course, important to remember, because remember, what you focus on tends to expand. A lot of times people have this erroneous belief that worrying makes someone responsible. It does not. It just makes them attract more worrying. So whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on love, love expands. If you focus on friendship, friendship expands. If you focus on organizing emotions, then that expands, But if a lot of times people who focus on worry, they attract more worry, and it's kind of like a circle that they keep going round and round in. We do see that in the future outcome position, you do have the Five of Swords, which is a card of conflict. It's a card of sometimes winning at all costs or unhealthy competition. It is it is a card of tension. It is a card of not seeing eye to eye with someone that is around you, which can be quite difficult. It does look like there's some sort of a relationship with someone in your life, where there's a lot of sensitivities. If there's too much sensitivity, then it's best to kind of step away and occupy with something else and allow the situation to sort of play out, because that will bring a lot more rewards than having to bother something. The Five of Swords is a card that sometimes is known as, I told you so card, or a card of getting your point across, especially when it comes to someone who is maybe younger than you, someone who may be in your family or in your friend circle, maybe in your acquaintance circle. But there is a little bit of tension that you will be encountering in the month of December, dear Cancer. But let's see what we can clarify with the two mystical wisdom cards that I pulled. And we've got Dragonfly, live life to the fullest, and Peacock, raise your standards. The Dragonfly lives near water and represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. It is one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Do not let it be trivialized or lived superficially. The dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest without regrets. And the affirmation for this card is, I am emotionally strong and live my life without regrets. And of course, the Peacock card is all about raising your standards. The peacock is possibly one of the most exquisitely beautiful creatures of the world's animal kingdom. It is also believed to be the most virtuous and embodies the admired characteristics of integrity and loyalty. Like the peacock, you embody qualities important for friendship and family unity. You are encouraging, you are selfless, and you enrich the lives of everyone you meet. The peacock is also very protective of people around as well as its young, and will provide for and protect them under any circumstances. This card can also be seen as an indicator to better yourself and to raise your standards, to be more like a peacock. And of course, the affirmation for this card is, I love and care for everyone I know. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Cancer. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.